Mubele. Now Kaje again for DR Congo. Overlap offered from Isama, not taken. The cross away by Sunzu. Zambia. And Kalaba can lead the counter. Ahead he's got Mayuka. Only Mayuka for now, though. Two more join the party.
An interesting chance for that counter-attack on Mulumbu, who really anchors the midfield for DR Congo. He's caught out with the ball going forwards. That's what I talk about. Zambia having a decision to make. Do they commit people forwards? Now that they're ahead, do they just sit in and wait and see how the game develops? Can very much lead to your forwards being isolated, though.
Well, Zambia's coach has certainly been a bold man. He's been his own man so far. He's left out a number of the survivors from 2012 and has brought lots of home-based and younger players into the group for this Cup of Nations. There's no Felix or Christopher Tongo this time, no Collins Umbasuma, no Jacob Malenga. This is an evolving Zambia for sure, but so far it is a winning Zambia. Goal on 62 seconds into the match from Given Singaluma, who plays his football in the Democratic Republic of Congo with TP Mazembe. This is Mbemba playing as a midfielder today. He's normally a centre-back in Belgium with Anderlecht. Player who, down the years, has actually claimed 4 different years of birth. This now is Isama. Mulumbu. Now it is Mbemba. Now towards Kaje. Hervé Kaje here. Away from 2, but not the 3rd. Now it's with Mulumbu. Balassi just slips there on the surface. This has been given Zambia's way, not quite sure why.
I do feel that DR Congo have got slightly more of an attacking plan as they move forwards. I think the movement's a little bit better. Probably, you would argue, they have slightly more experienced players on an international stage. Certainly reflected in the way that they've passed the ball a little bit better at times. Just feel that in these sorts of areas, Zambia are not exactly sure how they're building play. You see sacrificing possession very easily. In international football, that can catch you out eventually.
Ombola throws in here for the Zambians towards Mayuka. Felt he was pushed there by the defender Kimwaki. Kidiaba clear for DR Congo. Both teams are ranked in the top 60 by FIFA. Zambia 50 and DR Congo at the moment 57. In the top 15 African nations. Balassi turns smartly into Umbukani. Kaje outside, he's gone to the left side now, Kaje. This is Kazusula, too high for Balassi, and really cool there from Ombola, calm and collected. That's a brave chest back to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, very good indeed. Good awareness, helping out his centre halves.
Well, 27 minutes gone in this first game in Group B. Zambia 1, DR Congo 0, but the Congolese have certainly, since going behind so early, have been a stronger team, a more offensive team. But they look back, I'm sure, on that huge miss from Mbakani, which, from what, 7 yards out, he simply had to put away.
Yeah, he just snatched at it, didn't he? Surprised, because he's got good quality. He was so close, he really didn't need to. Any sort of good combination on target. Good connection with that right foot of his, and it would have been a goal.
Mubele back here to Mulumbu. Mulumbu, who came through the academy at Paris Saint-Germain before joining West Bromwich Albion 6 years ago this month. And he has been for West Brom a terrific signing.
Yeah, very good indeed. And he'll be frustrated, though, to find his side still behind here. Zambia certainly snapping into tackles in those midfield areas. The one thing they do is hustle well for each other. One of the teammates needs a bit of help. There's usually someone around to help him out.
Kalaba. Sinkala in with a strong tackle, a good tackle too, and he'll try and release Mayuka here, but the flag's up offside. Mayuka just strayed too quickly, too soon, too early. Play call back.
Well, he won't mind this because the two centre halves aren't communicating. One's going backwards, one's going forward. It's really tight. One's holding the line, one's not. He knows it's only a hair's breadth, and with his pace, he only has to get in once and he'll have a really good chance.
Only scored one League Cup goal in his time with Southampton. He had a loan last year with Sochaux in France. Did okay there, but has been really a bit part man for Ronald Koeman at Southampton this year in the Premier League. Mongongu, he's lost out here. And is Kampamba. Got the space here for Kalaba to work in, maybe for Zambia. Kalaba, the captain, twists and turns. Kalaba still, good play, the cross away by the defender there, Mbemba, and in the end claimed by Kidiaba.
Good play by Kalaba, though. Twisting and turning, absolutely outstanding play. Wing play really from the midfield. He was a bit unlucky not to be able to find a final ball that was more dangerous.
Malumbu studs here are deemed dangerous. Free kick to Zambia. 24 previous meetings, but no Cup of Nations since that 74 final. And there we see again the high studs, which referees always tend to clamp down on.
Yeah, this is just fantastic play, though. Twisting, turning, waiting for an opening. Ball manipulation. And that's a really dangerous cross, and actually defended very well in the end. In the middle of that, DR Congo, back four by Mbemba.
Yellow card coming here for Stopila Sunzu for the challenge on Mbakani. Defender who plays these days with Shanghai Shenhua in China. His spot kick, the famous kick which won the trophy against Ivory Coast 3 years ago. Caution here for this.
Just players going at pace always looks a little bit worse than maybe it is from a tackle point of view. No real complaints from the big centre-back. I think he might be a little bit unfortunate there. Some of the fouls that have gone in the game so far.
Away by Mtonga. That's Lungu, who does have pace, the number 3 here for Zambia. Back now to Nkausu. Look at the space now for Singaluma to work in for Zambia. Outside he's got Kalaba available now, the skipper. Now Balassi accelerates, he lights the fires. Yannick Balassi, ahead on Bakani. Outside here is Isama. Hannah, good save by Mawene to keep out Balassi this time. As DR Congo again make a chance, but again don't take it.
Slightly unorthodox, but actually it's a good strike. And a really good save by the goalkeeper. Moini getting a foot out, down to his right-hand side.
Balassi's touch on here, Mubele. No foul.
I think he's all right with the initial contact, and then it's about the follow-through. How does the referee interpret the follow-through? Not too many complaints. Mubele looked a little bit frustrated, kicked his heels in frustration, but accepted the decision.
Here's Singaluma, who scored once today. That was a rather more tame effort.
Never really set for the shot, was he? End-to-end football, though, great entertainment.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, fantastic.
Really
We've had a goal as well. And that takes all of that out of the equation where you don't want to get beaten in the first game and you find those sterile 0-0s. Someone scores in the first minute, it doesn't half change that tone.
On Bakani. Since the goal, DR Congo 2 or 3 decent chances. On Bakani and Balassi in particular. Here is Yannick Balassi. And again, the Palace man turns away. And now we'll look to take on Singaluma. The lofted pass, too high from Bakani.
Yeah, we see a great ball in. And then it sets up really nicely for Balassi. Doesn't actually strike the ball as cleanly. If he's slightly weaker foot, as you'd have thought. Just scuffs it slightly. Goalkeeper delighted to make any sort of a save. Leading with his feet.
Yes, Mwini's been one of the best goalkeepers down in South Africa for the best part of 10 years with a couple of clubs. Playing now with the Mamelodi Sundowns. As I say, he's not afraid to take a penalty. This is Lungu, Singuluma, Onkausu, Mayuka. Away will come DR Congo. Both teams 3 draws in 3 matches at the Cup of Nations in South Africa. Yannick Bolasie, who turned down a call-up for that competition to focus then on Palace's promotion season. This is Yusuf Malumbu. Passes rather forced the fullback wide here, too wide. Isama.
Oh, that's poor. One thing that Zambia aren't really doing is getting close to Malumbu in those midfield areas. They're just starting to dictate play. OK, that was a poor pass, but it's acres of space that he's in that enables him to pick out that pass, to pick out some runners running forwards. They're going to be a threat. They will create chances in this game, for sure, DR Congo. Too many good players in those forward areas not to.
Chase here for Kampamba. He's got pace too here, Kampamba. And the goalkeeper's kick is effective enough here. Retrieved though by Onkausu for Zambia. Target here is Bolasie, could be in here. He's got space to work with. Yannick Bolasie, 3 to find as well here. Yannick Bolasie. There's the cross. And well defended here by Kondwani Mtonga. Bolasie, though, is clearly going to be a key figure, a driving force in this DR Congo team.
Well, any players with pace can trouble.
Saw a flag there in the crowd from Cameroon there, of course, in the same group as Ivory Coast. That's a huge group. They play their last game, I think, together. Cameroon, Ivory Coast. That's the match day 3 fixture in Group D. As I said earlier, though, certainly groups A and B, the first half of the draw is, on paper, the weaker half. This group has in it also Cape Verde, and Tunisia, of course, won the trophy under Roger Lemaire, 11 years ago. Here's Hervé Kaji. Kaji still. Blocked by Sinkala. They claim a handball, rather half-hearted claims though, but there by DR Congo.
His arms never moved away from his body at all, did they? Slightly slack defending in the left-back position by Mbola and Kalaba.
Mbemba's pass picked off here by Kalaba. Malumbu course. Well, despite the early goal, you'd say DR Congo being the better team in this first half.
Yeah, and I think they have to go on the attack for sure. Zambia quite happily take a 1-0 lead in this first game, or a 1-0 victory in this first game.
And Bakani's header, mighty header too there from 12 yards out. That's a useful save too by Mwini.
It's one he'll enjoy seeing in slow motion, I would say, but it is a great header. Really good power. Not easy from this sort of angle to change the direction of the ball as well. Comfortable clutch for the goalkeeper, away to his right-hand side.
Late to half-time, there's, I think, words wanted here by the referee from Egypt, Gayad Grisha. His only words now for Hervé Kaji, and this is for why.
Just see the head up, really good power.
Keepers love that.
They do, don't
really
they?
Love that.
Ball's probably going wide at a lovely height.
One for the cameras. 1-0 hit to Zambia, the goal on 62 seconds from Given Singaluma. That's the difference so far in the day's first game here on Eurosport in Group B. Still to come, Cape Verde against Tunisia, the day's late game in this stadium later on. Mongongu. Too high from Bakani. Does come here to Malumbu for DR Congo. He'll involve Isama. Isama, who plays in Angola in his club team, did score once in the qualifiers with a game against the Seychelles. In by Ombola. Here's Mayuka, tries to turn away from the defender Kimwaki, one of the home-based players. Here's Yannick Bolasie. Throwing earned there off Rainford Kalaba. Bolassie's debut came just under 2 years ago now in a goalless draw with Libya in World Cup qualifying. As I say, he turned down a place in the squad for the last Cup of Nations to focus on then Palace's push to get into the Premier League. Mbemba, Malumbu, Mbakani here, headed clear by Stopila Sunzu. This is the Israeli-based Emmanuel Mbola. Had an Arsenal trial 4.5 years ago, had a loan spell too with FC Porto, didn't play a first-team game in Portugal with them. Now Bolasie involves Isama. Kaje. Kaje's crossed much too near to the goalkeeper. 5 to half-time in this Group B opener. Zambia 1, DR Congo 0. Injured player here for Zambia. I think it could be, is it Mayuka? No, it's the captain, Calabra, I think.
I think the bright peroxide orange 17 on his head probably gives a bit of a clue.
Good style, do you reckon that'd suit me?
Possibly not. Wouldn't go with your eyeshadow, I don't think.
Not today, anyway. This is Calabra's 6th Cup of Nations, a player who is based in DR Congo too, with TP Mazembe, had spells in France with Nice and 3 clubs in Portugal as well. Ball won back well here by Longu. Now Sinkala. Kampamba sets off on a mission. Stopped by the man who breaks things up for DR Congo, Malumbu. On Bakani. Sinkala's challenge was certainly heavy. And a quick free kick taken here by DR Congo. They look to get on with the game pretty swiftly. Yannick Bolasie. And Bolasie caught by Mtonga.
Been very good with his forward running. Just get a hint at times he might want to do a little bit too much or everything all on his own, Bolasie. Maybe he could be more aware of teammates around him, but he's a threat when he runs forward. This is a dangerous area. He's got good body strength, gets clipped. No disgrace in going down there. He's in control of the ball with his little trick. So the draws the foul from Mutonga, and this is a dangerous area. Enough angle to be able to whip the ball around a wall. He fancies it as well, doesn't he?
He certainly does. 3 goals in 10 caps for Yannick Bolasie. Only 1 Palace goal so far against Everton in the autumn this season. His only goal in the Premier League in 2 seasons. Yannick Bolasie is set here for DR Congo. They went behind here on 62 seconds in this match. Can they here before half-time hit back after some good work since going behind? It will be here, Yannick Bolasie for DR Congo. Deflection too! And the ball zips only just wide of the mark.
Oh, they're getting a bit lucky. Horrible from Mawini, because he'd have read that going to his right-hand side, then had to try and adjust. This won't miss Mo very much. Just takes the spin off the ball, the curl off the ball. He's actually trying to go up and across to the left-hand side, Bolasie.
Yeah, came off Sinkala in the wall. Corner taken here by Firmin Umdombe Umbele. Sunzu's header clear. Back in there by Isama. Here's Malumbu. Away will come Zambia here. They began the half with a goal. Can they finish it with one as well? Ball played back here by Kimwaki. Up goes Umbukani. Looks to flick on towards Kaje behind him. This is Mubele. Runs away from him. It's been a good first half, Matt.
Yeah, it has been. I think Democratic Republic of Congo have really reacted well to going behind early, because it can set you back. But they've backed themselves. I think they've been a bit untidy sometimes in the midfield areas. And Zambia haven't had a great deal of direction to their play. They've been almost very happy to let DR Congo come on to them and then just see what they can create from there. Haven't really kept the ball as well as maybe they would have wanted to. But they're ahead, and that's all that's important.
Well, here Kimwaki claims he was stepped on by Mayuka, I think. It is an open group. It's an open half of the draw too, but certainly it's an open group. Is Group B. The top two qualify for the quarter-finals. This a 16-team Cup of Nations. This is Chancel Umbemba. Joel Kimwaki. No foul given here. Malumbu wasn't strong enough. Sinkala certainly was. Target Mayuka not found.
That's been their problem, hasn't it? They've just given up possession far too easily.
They're now inside the first half additional minute. This is Umbukani for DR Congo up against the fullback Davies Unkausu. Now can the DR Congo fashion one last first half chance here? Here goes Umbemba. Away by Sinkala. Kaji. Final, 20 seconds or so of the indicated first half added time. Can DR Congo get the ball forward here and just make that one opening now before the break? Balassi. Lost out. That may well be the half done. Sinkala for Zambia. And the whistle does indeed end the first 45 minutes here in Ibiyin. Just the one goal. It came so early, 62 seconds in, when the goalkeeper's punch fell to Given Singaluma, the player based in DR Congo for Zambia, and he finished superbly. And that's the only goal so far. A good half, Matt, but DR Congo may be unlucky to be behind.
Well, yes, on balance of play, although they didn't fashion too many clear-cut chances for themselves. But they can regather at half-time.
So Zambia scored early, the only goal so far in Group B. The score at the break, Zambia 1, DR Congo 0. So the contest here in Group B, 1-1, Zambia and DR Congo. But here the goal, Balassi, his fourth goal for DR Congo. What a finish. And there, as I say, it's the backside shuffle, isn't it, from goalkeeper Kidiaba. He is famous for that. He is an iconic figure in African football. This is his last Cup of Nations. His team now level at 1-1. Throw taken by Kazusula. This is Kabananga. No way through here for little Mabwati. Forward now towards Kangwa, the lone attacker. And he's got the free kick as well here, Evans Kangwa.
Yeah, and that's good play. No real right to get a hold of the ball. Takes a good touch. Draws the foul. Alleviates some pressure on his beleaguered back four.
They've had to soak up so much pressure in this match, haven't they, Zambia? Now they can look to exert some of their own with this free kick situation. They commit lots of green shirts forward here too to join that raiding party. Here goes that free kick for Zambia. Goalkeeper's and quickly sets his team on the front foot. Up to Mabwati. Mabwati tries to look long for Mbakani, but far too near to Mawini.
Yeah, got to be better. Got such a good opportunity. And the long ball, yeah, he's a great player up there. We know that, Mbakani, but he'll thrive on better service to him than those punted long balls.
Ulenga, Kalaba, and then Lungu. Rare spell here of Zambian possession in the DR Congo half in the second period. And they win here their first second-half corner of the contest.
And they send the big guys forwards, and they have got some. Two centre-halves are a decent size. With the best opportunity, the set piece.
1-1 corner for Zambia. Taken by their captain, Rainford Kalaba. Kalaba takes the near post flick from Montonga. And then a slice away by Kabananga for another corner. Pressure stays on DR Congo here, which has not been the case for a while in the match. It's been all DR Congo for so long, but now Zambia with a couple of set plays. Another corner here for Kalaba. Kalaba takes. Kabananga, it's come out to Kalaba again for Zambia. And out of play, couldn't be kept in by the skipper.
And Mbakani shown his strength at the other end of the pitch as well. His defensive capability, gets a very good header in from the set piece.
Sinkala. And Kalsu.
Got to keep the ball. So important, you must keep the ball.
Which they don't. Foul as well given against the Zambians here. Well, 12 to play. One apiece in this Group B opener. Kazusula. Kangwa. As well here, Kangwa now to involve Lungu. Pressured by Mbemba for DR Congo. That's Sunzu. Mulenga. How Zambia here just weathered the storm from DR Congo, and is the game heading towards a stalemate, a draw.
Well, considering the goal, the equaliser for the Democratic Republic of Congo came from a mistake, and that'll be the frustrating thing. Finding someone fashions a great chance against you, or it's a clinical finish. It was a great finish. They shouldn't have been in that sort of position, DR Congo. Zambia just can't fashion clear-cut chances for themselves at all.
Balassi sets off in his own half here, on a mission, with purpose. Mbakani, well taken in. Mbakani goes on. And the cross is behind them all. Kept alive though here now by Kazusula.
Quite nasty collision on the halfway line.
And play call back for that collision. Sinkala and Balassi, the two who came together.
Balassi once again so direct with his running. The referee chose to play the advantage.
That collision again, Balassi and Nathan Sinkala.
And Sinkala never moved across his line, he was already stood there. It was just the momentum of Balassi. Actually, I'm sure the referee would have awarded a free kick. He's entitled to stand his ground. It looks a painful one. Soft muscle. Maybe that knee of Balassi just gone into the calf or the thigh.
Zambia can still make one more change. This can DR Congo. I'm sure will be okay. He's clearly going to be an important player in this Cup of Nations for them, his first Cup of Nations. Who's at Palace via Barnet and via Bristol City. A player who has real ability. All in Lyon, France. And his goal today for DR Congo has, at the moment, a share of the points and maybe a platform to build on to try and win this opening match. Zambia's last Cup of Nations defeat in regulation play was way back at the 2010 finals, and they were beaten by Cameroon 3-2 in a group match in Angola. Lungu for Zambia. Ahead Kangwa. This is Mukuku Mulenge. Into Singoluma. A crossing chance for Zambia. By Isama. Further clear by Mongongu. And that'll be a free kick for the DR Congo.
Better play though. Building the play. Okay, it was poor execution of the cross at the end, but look how deep the back fours are. Allows these big areas for people to run into.
Balassi. Can he have another big say in the contest? Out now to Kazusula. It will be a corner if it goes. Here is Mbakani. And turned away there from an impossible angle from Mbakani's overhead kick by Mwini. Great action. In goes the cross. Mbakani in there again. Away by Sinkala's diving header. Onside here, of course. Crossing chance. And a slice behind there by the nervous Umtonga. DR Congo corner.
Really good entertainment. He certainly doesn't mean this. This could have been buried at the far post for a horrible own goal. This is a horrible bouncing ball as well. Goalkeeper does well to react in the end as the ball gets fired across to him. Mbakani, nice and acrobatic. He's just trying to put that into a dangerous area. It's actually Kabanaga at the far post who would have been the recipient. He's done well, the substitute, since he's come on. Zambia really are clinging on.
They are. Still have to see out at least 7 more minutes, plus with these injuries now, a rather large chunk, I imagine, of added time as well. So this one still has a way to run yet. 1-1 in Ebebeyin. First of 2 games in the group here tonight. Tunisia, Cape Verde still to come. Stretcher again being called for here by Zambia. They do, as I say, have one more change they can still make. It may well be the case they make it now.
Well, take no chances now. You've got your point. Absolutely no point giving 3 minutes out the last 7 or so, finding out if the player's going to recuperate or not.
Left winger.
Certainly not worth the chance there.
Vambo Musonda will be the player to come on. They've been caught cold here. And the cross is sent in deep, and Mwini takes, but there was so much space for Kazusula to pick out the cross. He feels there the foul from Kabananga.
Yeah, I think as well the point you're making, do not switch off, and it goes throughout football, never switch off when that ball is dead. And his side had done. Allowed the quick free kick to be taken.
So last 5 minutes or so of the 90, there'll be, as I say, a pretty large chunk of additional time to add on to this. Can either team smash and grab 3 points in Group B's opener? Zambia won, DR Congo won. A good game, a good opener this to the group. Is there another twist in it? Goes on Mbakani again, the flick on towards Balassi.
Tonga's done well dealing with the physical presence of Mbakani. Sunzu's got around him quite well as well, but the big man on Tonga's the one that's taken the responsibility to go for the challenges.
change actually sees number 4, Christopher Muntali, come on instead of Musonda. Muntali is a home-based defender, plays with Nkana in Zambia, only 23, his 19th cap here, and you see Sinkala, who is a key starter for them. He's limping away in pretty bad shape, and he'd be a big miss for the competition if he can't play the next 2 games.
Yeah, he would. Just sits in front of that back 4. Some good protection.
Forward by Mbola.
Bang.
Yes, Mbakani, the player who made the back, and over the top goes Mtonga.
Interesting to see which way the referee's given this, because it looks like it should always be a foul against the defender, but if Mbakani sees him coming, it does look a serious one for Zambia. Point I'm making here is if Mbakani sees him coming and just steps across. No, he doesn't. I actually think that is a foul on the forward. He's entitled to hold his ground. Sometimes they have a little look, the forwards, and they just step across to stop the centre-half coming, but that's what the referee's given in this instance.
Yeah, it's gone Zambia's way. Is there a winning goal in this match for one of these 2 teams, or will they both begin with a point? Here is Kalaba. Mulenga. Here come DR Congo now through Mabwati. Yannick Bolasie. Mabwati goes for the return pass here. Coming across to cover Muntali, the new player for Zambia, number 4.
Exactly what he's brought on for. Sit in front of that back 4, patrol, sniff out the danger areas.
Mabwati okay. This is Kabananga. Kangwa in a tangle there with Mongongu. Last 2 minutes. Kidiaba clear for DR Congo. Header won well by Mbola. Lungu. Here is Muntali.
Good pass.
Singuluma, who began the game with a goal now. He finds Mukuka Mulenga. Singuluma again. Mulenga once more for Zambia here. Mbola's cross. Hammered away, out of harm's way by Kimwaki.
Once again, a poor final ball, but so much better when they build the play. Get the extra passing. It was a clever passing midfield that set them up rather than just that hopeful punt forward. Take some bravery to do it. Take some fitness levels as well, because you have to provide easy options for your teammates. But it's the correct way to play.
Mongongu. Oh, now Bolasie escapes ahead. He's got support from Mbakani here. This is Mbakani. And here's Bolasie, but the return ball just a yard or 2 too heavy.
Once again, given away by Zambia and allowed to be counter-attacked.
Good challenge. Ball won well here. This is Chancellor Mbemba. Behind a tired-looking Bolasie. Space on that far side here to use maybe for Mabwati. Cross poor. Honours even looking like the case as we tick towards added time. Bolasie's goal will earn a point, but they may feel they should have gone and won the game here, DR Congo.
Yeah, I think they will. I'm not sure they necessarily deserve to, because I don't think they've shown enough quality in those final areas. Yes, they've forced the pace, they have a more experienced team, players playing at a better level overall. They haven't shown enough quality executing that final pass, so important. Centre have shown some guts. So that's a good performance as a centre-half. They've shown some naivety in the way that they've given the ball away at times. This will be a foul.
It's Mbakani in a wrestling match there with a couple of defenders from Zambia.
He's done well, Mbakani, using that physical presence.
Now in the first of 3 added minutes.
Yeah, and this is all about delivery. Look how strong and physical he is. Rugby used to be so good at it, occupying an entire back four at times. A bit wide for Balassi, but he's got to aim just inside the penalty spot, and players flashing across there make it difficult for Moini to judge the flight of the ball.
Well, they made an awful start. Can they have a great finish here, DR Congo? That goal against on just over a minute in.
Could he whip this near post? Goalkeeper a slightly strange starting position.
Can they win the game here in stoppage time? On the free kick, their goal scorer Yannick Balassi. Balassi takes, and Mbakani's in there. Goalkeeper spills. Oh! And the chance comes and goes. It was, I think, Chancellor Mbemba. The whistle may have gone anyway for a free kick,
yeah.
But that's half a chance.
Yeah, it was a foul on him. He's done well, the goalkeeper. I'm not sure about his starting position. I like the fact that he's gambling, but he really is gambling. And then he gets smashed, absolutely smashed. You've got to take a few of those, and it's worth it to hold on to the point. Brave challenge.
Yes, Mbemba with the foul.
Mbemba's perfectly entitled to go for that. But I do like it when the goalkeepers initiative come and have that advantage with coming with their hands anyway.
This was named the best goalkeeper in the Cup of Nations when they won it 3 years ago, Mwini. As I say, 10 years now in South Africa's top league, one of the better leagues in Africa. But, a point apiece who appears to be, at the moment, on opening night in Group B of the competition. Top 2 go through to the quarter-finals, don't forget. It's the group with Tunisia and Cape Verde. Cape Verde, who were in the same qualifying group as Zambia. Zambia won at home, but lost in prior. DR Congo came through qualifying in a group with both Cameroon and Côte d'Ivoire, the Ivory Coast. They finished as the best of the third-place qualifiers in the competition. What have you made of both teams tonight?
Well, I think it's been a great game in terms of the enthusiasm that they've shown. I can certainly see there's been a bit more of a pedigree about the DR Congo. But I've been disappointed with the quality of the play forward. I think that's the bit that fashions goals, is having the extra touch, being brave enough to build play, to get the crosses into slightly better areas. That's just been the one element that I think both coaches will just want to tidy up both teams in possession.
We're now beyond the indicated 3 minutes. There'll be an awful lot more now, given that stoppage from Mwini. And he restarts and finds touch. Throw taken by Isama. Mabwati. Sunzu clear for Zambia. Up now to Evans Kangwa. Kangwa, promising run here. May have to go alone. He has gone alone. Kangwa, Mulenga.
It was a handball.
It's a corner. There's no great appeal.
Wow. Excellent play. Really good, quick play from Kangwa. It's just a ricochet, isn't it, I think?
Yeah, chest. Zambian corner, Zambian chance. Kangwa again at the death. And it's full time then in the first game in Group B. Honours even in Ebabine. A 1-1 draw. The first goal for Zambia 62 seconds in, given Singaluma. But DR Congo came back and came back well, came back strongly. And Yannick Balassi with the deserved equaliser in the second half. Matt, honours even. A fair outcome?
Yes, I think it is. Zambia will be pleased, I think, to escape, really, with 20 minutes to go once they concede to Balassi, who was excellent with his direct running all night. I think at that point, we mentioned in commentary they'd have taken a point. They'll be delighted with this start. Lots to learn, lots to sharpen up on, but great effort. I thought they were excellent at centre-half. Tried really hard to cope with Mbakani. Good game, good opening.
Yes, a good start here in Group B, the first of today's 2 games on day 2 of the Africa Cup of Nations in Equatorial Guinea. Zambia, the winners of 3 years ago, have begun their campaign here with a point. DR Congo, who came back from the early setback. It ends here all square. Zambia 1, DR Congo 1. Well, a point apiece to begin the group. The next games in the group come on Thursday. Still to come the live game later on tonight when Tunisia face Cape Verde. These are the highlights of the game here we've just seen with Matt Jackson. Well, what a start made by the Zambians. On the clock when the ball goes in, 62 seconds, the strike from Gibbon Singaluma.